family. If you're in or near Columbia, South Carolina, you've got to visit the House of Hathor, located at 6319 North Main Street. Open Tuesday through Saturday, it's your one-stop shop for African clothing, African masks, natural soaps, incense, candles, jewelry, and more. Plus, they've got a beautiful event space. Owned and operated by Baba Rutaski and Mama Neterma Canute. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the culture. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the movement. When you support the House of Hathor, you support the people.
Greetings, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to the House of Hathor's Libation, Liberation, Lifestyle Ceremony. We come to you this day with our ancestors as they continue to strengthen our resolve, as they continue to bring forth our enhancements, our increase, and our enrichments and insurance through the interests that they have within our thoughts, our words, and our actions that are a complete reflection and projection of our temples, our altars, and our vessels that dwells within us. We call upon them this day as we acknowledge them, as we venerate them, and as we honor them for all that they have bestowed upon us. So let us bring the ancestors involved into our daily lives. Let them continue to be the light. Let them continue to be the angels that exist within us as well as without us. We call upon our ancestors far and near, fathers and mothers of our fathers, mothers and fathers of our mothers, to bear witness to all that we have done. And it is by your example that you continue to inspire us towards reclaiming our ancestral minds, regenerating our ancestral spirit, liberating our families, our homes, and our communities, and restoring our greatness as a people. We pour libation to bring into our midst your venerable ancestral spirit, radiating your great wisdom, your courage, your dedication, and your unyielding commitment to victory by any means necessary. It is in the honor of our Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors, our mothers and fathers, our sisters and our brothers, our children and their children, our grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, our aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, and elders of the community, that we pour this libation in your honor, in the honor of the Creator, our great ancestor of all ancestors, and the various manifestations of the Creative Spirit. We pour libation, Ashe, for our esteemed ancestors who laid the foundation for human civilization, and who provides the wisdom to which we live and the models by which our lives are guided. We pour libation, Ashe. And for our esteemed ancestors who suffered the atrocities and the horrors of our Ma'afa, but yet demonstrated the victorious power of the ancestral spirit by maintaining their dignity no matter the cost, we pour libation, Ashe. And for our esteemed ancestors who survived and made it possible for us to be here today, that we continued the fight of our ancestral liberation and our vindication, we pour libation, Ashe. And finally, for our children and their children and future generations of our ancestors to come, that they too in their time will vindicate our race from all adversaries, and that they will continue to imprint upon the world the great genius of our ancestral humanity, we pour libation, Ashe. May your venerable spirit engulf this occasion to reaffirm our ancestral canity. It is done. The great ancestor of all ancestors is satisfied. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Dua Neter. So my brothers and sisters, we call upon you this day as we continue to be the true vessels, the altars, and the temples of our ancestors, and that they continue to dwell within us as well as without us, and that they are the strength, they are the energy, they are the power that dwells within us so that we can use what has been given to us, what has been transcended to us, to be the vessels, the altars, and the temples, to be the institution, the industry, and the environment that energy and that spirit and that soul dwells within. And that each and every day, at the end of the day, my brothers and sisters, we should be able to do our cleansing of the energy that we absorb throughout the day, that we may cleanse ourselves, absolve ourselves of that energy that we did not need, and that we harness that energy that we did need in order for us to perpetuate it forward to the next day. You see, the ancestors continues to work within us as well as without us. They continue to go deep within us as we continue to bring forth their truth that lives within us, that we continue to bring forth the message that we live by every day, and that we may be that spiritual being only having human experiences. The experience of being human is a direct reflection of what has been given to us through spirit. And then we cleanse ourselves of the energy that we do not need in our lives. We are aware of it, but we don't need certain energies that are within us that we have absorbed from different people, that we have absorbed a lot of different spirits that are around us because of our attachment to the different things that are within us as well as without us. You see, a lot of us are empaths. That means that we absorb energy from the conversation that we have with so many different people, that our eyes, when they absorb the different things that are outside of the body, and we take it in, the food, the water that we drink or eat, we absorb that energy. And sometimes we need to get rid of that energy in order for us to live the life that we have been designed to live as a representation of the spirit. And there are different ways that we can absolve ourselves, that we can cleanse ourselves from the energy that we receive on a daily basis. We can ground ourselves by taking our shoes off and walking in the yard, and so that we can ground our energy to nature and to life. We can take different herbs and medicines that nature and life gives us, so that our temples, our bodies, our vessels can cleanse itself from taking in all these different physical things that we take within our bodies on a daily basis. And then we can also cleanse ourselves from a spiritual standpoint by meditation and by prayer and by the essence of the different herbs and spices and different sages, different resins that we can burn, and we can smell them, and it automatically cleanses our vessels from the energy that we absorb on a daily basis. And so what we're going to do today, we're going to burn a resin, and we're going to pay it forward. We're going to send it forward to you so that all of us may be cleansed from everything that we have received throughout our days, throughout our weeks, throughout our months, and throughout our years. We want to make sure that we can send this energy forward to you so that you and all of us that are doing the work and those that are on the path of doing that work that we have been designed to do. And we want to make sure that we're starting our day at the best place possible within our own lives, so that our ancestors know that we are honoring them, we're venerating them, we're acknowledging their existence in our lives. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a resin, a powder, so that we may be cleansed, detached from the energy that we do not need in our lives, so that we can rid ourselves of a lot of things that are causing a lot of traumas, that they're causing a lot of obstacles and hurdles in our lives. We want to make sure that we are doing right, not only by ourselves, but by our ancestors and by each of us that are vessels, that are arteries, that are muscles, that are the bone, that is the organs of the Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors. We bring the energy of our Creator between us and all that we have communicated with. And we have been attached to all that we have communicated with, and they have been attached to us. So by the energy of the Creator, we break every soul tie, every unholy bond with them. We command their human spirit bound back to the throne of the Creator in their life. And we bring only the spirit and the energy of our Creator in our lives. And we forbid them their sin, their warfare to transfer to us. We only allow the love of the Creator and our ancestors, and only the bond of the Holy Spirit between us. We now lovingly and peacefully retrieve our energy back from all that we have communicated with, and we send them their energy or any energy or energies that are attached to them. We now cleanse, clear, close, and lock all gates, portals, and access points in the spirit of our Creator, the great ancestor of all ancestors, the souls of our ancestors, and the energy, the spirit, and the soul of our existence. And we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So my brothers and sisters, we want you to have a wonderful day. We want you to continue to bring forth your truth and be justified in living your truth and protect your truth from all of the energies that may dwell within you or as well as around you. Be true to your true selves. Be justified in your true selves. Bring harmony, balance, and order to all that exists within you. We say peace and blessings and honor to you all, and Ashe to our ancestors. Libation is an intermediary process that we use to stay in connection with our ancestors, the spirit of our ancestors. When we talk about our ancestors, we're talking about like your great-great-grandparents, your great-parents, your great-grandparents, or your mothers, your fathers, grandparents, those that we consider, we say transition instead of dying. They've transitioned to a spiritual realm. Libation, it is like a doorway, a passageway that we use in order for us to keep that contact with those ancestors that we remember and that we're always being reminded of. The altar is a representation of where you go to talk to your ancestors. So the altar is a true representation of all the things that mean the most to you. So all of those ancestors that have transitioned, you can place pictures on there, or you can place objects that remind you of them. You can put food on the altar that represents what your ancestors like to eat. The libation prayer that I do, it is one that my ancestors asked me or instructed me to do for them. So everybody may have a different way of saying a libation. There's so many different forms of saying it, so many different ways to say it. There is no correct way or the so-called right way to honor your ancestors. When you're talking about spirit, when you're talking about manifestations and enhancements and increase, all those things come from spirit. That's something that's innate. That's something that's inside you. And the ancestors, our angels, are the only ones that can provide that for us. So we have a class here at the House of Hathor that we teach people about what libation is, how it is honored, how we do a ceremony. And then we ask them to do specific things themselves that will honor their ancestors, and in the hopes that their ancestors will start talking to them about what they want them to do to honor them. Because once you become more in tune to your spirit, the more spirit will be in tune to you.